simple present and the present continuous. Well, when do we use the simple present? We use the simple present when we are talking about things that are always true or we are talking about facts. So, for example, let's talk about our reality. Some students at Instituto Federal have part-time jobs. Look, guys, have is the verb. The verb have is in the simple present tense. Okay. IPSP is a technical school. Patricia loves online games, right? So this is the simple present, and simple present. Well, we also use it when we are talking about things that happen regularly or schedules. For example, you say, Bruno always comes to IPSP by bus. His first class starts at 7. His bus comes every half an hour. He is never late. So listen, guys. Sentence one. This happens regularly. Sentence two. His first class starts at 7. This is part of his schedule. His bus comes every half an hour. Again, schedule. And he is never late. Yeah, things that happen regularly. Well, when we use the simple present, usually you use some adverbs of frequency as well. So you can say every day, once a week, 3 times a month, every Friday, on Tuesdays, every other Saturday. Every other Saturday means one Saturday yes, the next no. Yeah, the following no, yes. Okay, you alternate. And some expressions such as once in a blue moon. Yeah, very rarely, once in a blue moon. So, example, my dad reads 2 books every month. Larissa has lunch at the mall twice a week. Yeah, she studies at Instituto Federal. She has lunch at the cafeteria most of the but twice a week she has lunch at the mall. Well, and adverbs of frequency too are used with the simple present. So you can say, what are the adverbs of frequency? Remember? Never, rarely, or hardly ever. It's basically the same. Sometimes, often, usually, and always. Examples: Caio usually studies in the library media center. Maybe his house is too noisy. She prefers to study at school. So, in 90% of the times he's studying, he is there. So we say he usually studies there. Got it? We are usually exhausted after a test. Yeah, again, our tests at Instituto Federal tend to be long sometimes, and most students, 90% of them get exhausted when they are done with it. Okay, they are really exhausted. So we say we are usually simple present. Oh, by the way, guys, we can use these other adverbs as well. So, for example, you can say, I sometimes play video games with my cousin from Sorocaba. Yeah. I often play with my sister. I usually play with my dad. Maybe your dad loves video games. And maybe your mom is crazy about some of them. So you can also say, I always play video games with my mom. So it depends. It depends on the frequency you do the action. Okay? Well, how do we form the simple present? Class, basically, when you want to form the simple present, you need the verb in its base form. So, for example, play. I play the guitar. Yeah. So you're using this. What about you? You play the guitar. She remembers third person singular. You need to add an s to the verb. Got it? She plays the guitar. We play or he plays the guitar. She plays the guitar. We play the guitar. You play the guitar. They play the guitar. Negative. How do we form the negative sentence? Let's see if you remember. We say, I don't play the guitar. You don't play the guitar. She doesn't play the guitar. We don't play the guitar. You don't play the guitar. And they don't play the guitar. Remember, don't forget to use the auxiliary don't and the auxiliary doesn't. We use doesn't with he, she, or it. Okay? And questions, how do we form a question in the simple present? Let's go. It's the the first question people ask you, right? Do you speak English? You're using do, the auxiliary do. So you can say, do you play the guitar? Do I play the guitar? Does she play the guitar? Do we play the guitar? Do you play the guitar? And do they play the guitar? Got it? So let's practice the simple present using our context. So, for example, you can say, I come to Instituto Federal by bus. My friend comes by subway. You see, comes. She comes to Instituto Federal by subway. Subway. They don't use the subway. Do you come to Ipsby by bus? How do you come to Ipsby? Guys, you can use the question words here. You can use how, where, when, okay? For example, what time do you get up in the morning? Where does Carla live? Etc. So far, so good? Can you form sentences using the simple present? Okay, good. All right, let's go on. When do we use the present continuous? Well, first of all, what's the present continuous? The present continuous, guys, is different from the simple present because the present continuous is used to talk about things that are happening at the moment of speaking. Yeah? So things that are happening now. This is different, huh? We're not talking about facts. We're not talking about truths, schedules. No, we're talking about things that are happening at the moment of speaking. So, for example, we are studying the present continuous now because this is what is happening. Yeah. What else? Let me give you another example. I'm going to use my guitar here. I know you guys like music, so listen. What can I say here? I am playing the guitar, right? I'm playing because it's happening now. Got it? Well, things that are happening around now, not only happening now, but around now, or temporary actions. For example, we are spending more time on the computer these days. Yeah. So you see, we are having an online class now. So we are spending more time on the computer. Online classes are getting more and more common nowadays, right? So listen, guys, I'm talking about something that is happening around the present. Yeah. My computer is broken, so I'm using my tablet this week. Again, guys, it's not a permanent action, but it's a temporary action using your tablet. So we use the present continuous here. Look at this one. My sister is taking a robotics course this semester. She doesn't take robotic courses every semester, only this semester, right? So it's a temporary action or activity. For this reason, we use the present continuous, not the simple present. Got it? Good. And how do we form the present continuous? Let's go. Affirmative sentences. I am playing the guitar. You are playing. She's playing. We're playing. You're playing. They are playing. Negative. I am not playing. You are not playing. She's not playing. You are not playing. They are not playing. Questions. Am I playing? Are you playing the guitar? Is she playing the guitar? Are we playing the guitar? Are you playing the guitar? Are they playing the guitar? Got it? So, as you can see, when you're using the present continuous, you always use the verb to be, right? I am, you are, he is. Don't forget, okay? So, please don't say I playing the guitar. This is bad English. You have to say I am playing, right? You working today. No, you are working. Don't forget. But then you say, but Sergio, I have the impression people don't say I am playing. They use a different form, something faster. Yes, that's right. You are definitely right. They use contracted forms. So instead of saying I am playing, guys, they say I'm playing, you're playing, she's playing, we're playing. Okay. And what about negative sentences? Again, we also use contracted forms. I'm not playing, you're not playing, she's not playing, you're not playing, they're not playing. Okay, so let's practice the oh, and also, sorry, the questions. In questions, we don't have any contracted form. Okay, so let's practice the contracted forms here in the present. Repeat after me. I'm, you're, she's, we're, you're, there. Good. Now the whole sentence. I'm playing the guitar. You're playing the guitar. She's playing the guitar. We're playing the guitar. You're playing the guitar. They're playing the guitar. Great. Well, and now we need to go over something very important when you have to when you have to decide whether to use the simple present or the present continuous. Okay, you have to know if your verb is an action or a non-action verb. So, what are the action verbs? Well, action verbs are verbs that show an action from your part, on your part, okay? Something that you have done. So, for example, Julia runs in the park every morning. She runs. And she is running now, right? So, wait, if I'm using an action verb, I use the simple present and the present continuous. Good. Let me give you more examples. Play basketball. It's an action verb, right? She plays basketball every Friday. And I can say she's playing soccer this week. Again, you see, present simple, present continuous. She makes a fruit salad before exercising. She's making some granola right this week. Again, guys, look. Simple present, present continuous. She always looks at her smartwatch when she runs. She's looking at her watch right now. So let me see if I got it right. If I'm using an action verb, I can use either the simple present or the present continuous. It depends on your context, it depends on what you want to say, right? But what about non action verbs? Look, non action verbs, guys, are not used in the continuous tenses. No way. Because there's no action, so you cannot use it in the, you cannot say that something is happening if there is no action. Got it? So for example, what are some non-action verbs? Let's use Maroon 5 for in our as our context here, okay? Do you guys like Maroon 5? Yeah? Oh, just got a message. So let's see, guys. Look, let's talk about Jessica. Jessica loves Maroon 5. Okay? Good. Wow. You cannot say Jessica is loving, guys. Why? Because love is a non action verb. You cannot use love in the ing form, right? But in the McDonald's, they say, when I go to McDonald's, right? The logo says, I'm loving it. Yeah, they say I'm loving, but this is street English. It's not grammatical English, okay? So it's not, it's pretty informal. So grammatically, you don't say I'm loving, okay? So you say Jessica loves Maroon 5. She knows all their songs by heart from memory. Okay? She knows. Class, you cannot say she is knowing. Why not? Because know is a non action verb. We don't use it in the present continuous form. Mhm. Understand, also, understand, know, right? Love is a verb of feeling. We don't use the present continuous. You cannot say, I am understanding. Ah, but in Portuguese we say, eu tô entendendo. I know, but in English we don't. So we say, she understands the meaning of their songs because she can speak English, so she knows the meaning of the songs. Okay, she understands. She wants to go to their concert in LA. She wants. Again, guys, want is a non action verb, right? So we have to use the simple present only. And she needs to save money first. If she wants to travel to the States, she needs to buy a ticket, plane ticket, right? She needs to buy some dollars. So she needs to save money first. So guys, all of these verbs, love, to know, to understand, to want, and to need, they are called non-action verbs, and they cannot be used in the present continuous form. Okay? You have a list of verbs, of non-action verbs. You'll find this on our virtual space. Okay, I'm gonna post it after I finish this video, and then you'll be able to study it further. Right? Well, uh, however, there's something I forgot, guys. There are some verbs which have action and non-action meanings, and then you'll have to know them really, really well. So, for example, let's take the example of Julia's example that we did before. Action meaning. Julia is having breakfast now. Plus, have is a non-action verb if you say, I have a sister. Okay. But when you say Julia is having, the meaning of have here is different. The meaning of have here is the same as eat, and eat is an action verb. Okay. So have also has an action meaning when you mean to eat something. Okay. So in this case, you can use the present continuous. Julia is having. More verbs. She's she's thinking of buying new running shoes. Again, guys, think here is used. Think here has an action meaning. Why? Because the meaning is consider, to consider. She's considering buying new running shoes. She's seeing her friends tonight. Again, guys, see here is you. See here has a non-action, an action meaning. Why? What's the meaning of see here? She's meeting her friends tonight, right? What about non-action meanings? Again, Julia has two smartwatches. Here has the verb to have has no action at all. So we must use the present simple, not the present continuous. She thinks running is more enjoyable than playing basketball. Again, think here is not the same as think here. Here we have think with an action meaning, and here we have think with a non-action meaning because she thinks here means in her opinion. Basically, I'm just showing you what her opinion is. And she usually sees some older runners in the park. Again, class, see here does not have an action meaning. Why not? Because to see here is basically what you do once you open your eyes. There is no action. So we use the present simple. Whereas here, look, she's seeing her friends tonight. To see does not mean only to open your eyes and use your senses. No, to see here means to meet someone. For this reason, in this case, we use the present continuous. But here, you cannot use the present continuous. If you want to use the present continuous here, you will have to change the verb. So, for example, I am looking at the computer screen. I don't use see, I use look at. Why? Because to look at is an action verb. To see is a non-action verb in most cases. Okay? Well, so this is the most difficult part, I think, yeah, knowing when to use action and non-action verbs and how to conjugate the verbs. Class, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. Take good care.